What if she goes? What if she loses? And what job will she have? Because I don't even think shooters exist anymore. Pew, pew. I don't think shooters exist anymore. What may?
Well, I guess it might be a gain for OnlyFans. I don't know what she would do in this scenario, but I think that.
Okay, so that is Kurt Bardella, a Democratic strategist, although people say he was up until recently, I guess, a Republican. But he's on there. He's on one of the liberal networks, and the joke is that once Lauren Boebert is no longer an elected official, she's going to go become a sex worker on OnlyFans. Ha 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 ha. I get it. I'm the bad guy. I'm the Buzz Killington. I take everything too seriously. I don't like things like casual misogyny and stigmatizing sex work or whatever. That makes me lame, I guess. But I just feel like, especially with someone like Lauren Boebert, there is no end to the things you could criticize her for or joke about. Do we have to go in this direction? Can we not be a little bit better? I know that, like, in theory, he was a conservative or whatever, but he's on, was that MSNBC? He's on MSNBC, and they laughed about it. I didn't see either of the hosts having an issue with it. And I'm sure a lot in the audience thought that it was very funny. Ha ha ha, maybe she'll have to get naked for money or whatever. I just think we can be better, and it's not even difficult to be better. What do you think, Adrienne?
Well, I'm sure she was one of those people who enjoyed that PPP loan forgiveness. So hopefully she can live off whatever's left of that. But no, I definitely agree. As far as it concerns, like, don't stigmatize sex workers and also don't tear them down at all. If she has to resort to sex work, so be it. I hope she makes plenty of money. I just really want her out of Congress. Again, she is not good for democracy. I do not believe she is good at her job or that she's good for the constituents. And it's very sad to see that the election is this close given all the antics she pulled, but I guess it's a reflection of many members of the United States finding that conduct and that behavior to be acceptable behavior for someone who's supposed to be in a leadership position. That is the problem, and that is so much weirder than any thought of her joining OnlyFans.
Exactly. Yeah, no, and by the way, I've seen all of the, like, I tweeted about this earlier, and I've gotten a lot of responses where, like, no, they're just like referencing the thing about what she did before. Like, I don't care. Like, we reported on the allegations against her, and now we're awaiting any further evidence about it. The fact that those allegations came out does not justify misogynistic jokes. Like, her being really focused on public appearances or her appearance doesn't justify misogynistic jokes. Like, that's not actually how that works. Again, we can be better. It is not difficult to be better. It is not asking too much to be better. And it's not just him, by the way. I know, I'm not gonna name names. So someone else I like on Twitter was making similar comments. It can be easy to fall into that. And by the way, I'm not perfect. I make jokes that I'm sure a lot of people have an issue with. I mock Donald Trump's appearance from time to time. Some people don't like that I joke about Donald Trump's inevitable death. I get it. I'm not perfect. I know no one is. I'm just saying we can be a little bit better. If for no other reason, like if I have not convinced you on let's not be misogynistic just for its own gain, don't do this, because then you don't give her even the temporary higher ground. Yeah. So she gets to tweet now, liberals even suck at feminism. Can't y'all do anything right? And she's right. I mean, not in general or whatever, but she gets to be in the right here because this joke should not have been made. Now, her general point that all liberals are misogynistic or whatever doesn't necessarily make sense. But it is a reminder, by the way, that there are plenty of misogynistic liberals, misogynistic leftists. There are a lot of blind spots, and they're not just on the right. So don't give her the chance to appear to be the superior one. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you, because we oftentimes will see this too when, whether it's Candace Owens or some member of the right who does have some marginalized aspect about their identity, and how people will like pull out racist comments in order to try to own her. And it's like, if you think that's acceptable just because you don't agree with her beliefs or the things she said, for you to pull out some racism to own her, it's like that kind of will make you a bit on the racist side. I just don't understand why people think that's okay to engage in that behavior simply because you don't like that person. It makes you just as bad as them.
Yeah, look, I don't want to go on much longer about this. I see some people are like, why is this misogynistic? Do we need to explain why it's misogynistic? To like jokingly say, ha ha, your career failed, now you have to do sex work. Like, do I have to explain why that's stigmatizing? Why that's like, for instance, Dr. Oz lost his race. How many people are joking about him going on OnlyFans? I haven't seen any. Isn't that interesting? That Dr. Oz does not face those sorts of jokes, but that Lauren Boebert would. That's why it's misogynistic, everyone. Anyway, again, I don't want to be, like Mr. Total Buzz Killington. Sorry to like be a downer or whatever. Hey, maybe she'll still lose and that would be awesome. But again, I think we criticize the other side for being bad these ways. We have to be willing to do it to ourselves as well.